on, guys? I'm Zach. Welcome to Bros React 0151. You know what to do, guys. Scout Station, the building. It is what it is, or is it? Today we've got for you Russia invasion of Ukraine explained. The Ukraine-Russia conflict was sanctions are imposed on Russia. This is what we're going to react to. So we hope you enjoy this. Official link will be down below in the description. And remember, guys, this video is from, what's the YouTube channel name? Just give a shout out to them.
Illustrate and to educate.
Illustrate to educate. That's the YouTube channel. If you're into all that, go and subscribe to that channel, guys. Let's get into it.
Hey, it's Dan Zimmerman. Welcome to Illustrate to Educate. Don't forget to subscribe for simple, objective videos on topics that matter. There have been a lot of recent events surrounding the Russia-Ukraine conflict. In this video, I'll address some of the most important recent events to help you stay informed. So what happened recently? On Monday, February 22nd, Russian President Vladimir Putin ordered troops into separatist pro-Moscow regions of eastern Ukraine in what Russia has called a peacekeeping mission. This happened soon after Putin signed decrees recognizing the independence of Moscow-backed regions. The decrees conveyed Moscow's official recognition over two breakaway territories in the Donbas region of eastern Ukraine, the Donetsk People's Republic and the Luhansk People's Republic. The decrees recognized them as independent states and guaranteed their security with Russian troops. To further understand why this is a big...
Do you know what, lad? I don't understand. To me, do you know, like when all this has been going on the news and everything, I haven't understood why this is taking place. Why Russia's, do you know, like having a disagreement with Ukraine. I can't really comment on too much because I don't know the ins and outs. I don't know what's happened, what made this, be where it's at now.
Yeah. Basically, they're saying it's about his nuclear weapon, Ukraine's.
Yeah.
And he doesn't want him to have power, and he doesn't want him to go independence, to have all that facility of weapons and that. Yeah. I mean, we don't want to go so into it.
It's always about that, though. It's
because he's got a nuclear, and he said
whatever countries end up starting making nuclears or whatever, other powerful countries
don't like it.
Yeah, they don't want that because they don't want to see you have that power.
Yeah.
Still, we need to look at the history of Ukraine's separatist regions. When Ukraine's Moscow-friendly president Viktor Yanukovych was driven from office by mass protests in February 2014, Russia responded by annexing Ukraine's Crimean Peninsula. Afterwards, an insurgency took place in eastern Ukraine's region known as Donbas. In April 2014, Russia-backed rebels seized government buildings in Donetsk and Luhansk regions, proclaimed the creation of People's Republics, and battled Ukrainian troops and volunteer battalions. In the months that followed, the separatist regions held a popular vote to declare independence and make a bid to become part of Russia. Ukraine and the West accused Russia of backing the insurgency and the rebels with troops and weapons. Russia has denied this accusation, saying any Russians who fought there were volunteers.
Wow.
There were several battles.
See, that's the thing, you don't know what to believe, because the media's saying one thing, they're saying one thing, and they're saying now it's going fake news to real news, so everyone's under doom.
You don't know what's the truth.
Yeah.
Only Russia, like the president and Ukraine's president knows what's the real truth. Do you know what I mean? Shout out to Illustrate to Educate. Lad, this video is amazing. I love the way it's so creative. I love the way he's put this video together. It's so easy to understand and everything. It's great.
Troops and rebels that took place in 2014. In August 2014, a peace agreement was signed in Minsk, Belarus, between Ukrainian government, the rebels, and the Organization for Security and Cooperation in Europe, the OSCE, that included a ceasefire, a pullback of all foreign fighters, an exchange of prisoners and hostages, an amnesty for rebels, and a promise that separatist regions could have a degree of self-rule. However, that deal quickly collapsed, and large-scale fighting resumed, leading to another major defeat of Ukrainian forces at Debaltseve in January to February of 2015. A similar
this
peace
been
agreement...
going on for a while?
Yeah, they said 8 years. They said 8 years they've been having this dispute. So one saying one thing, the other one saying one thing. Russia's saying they want to make us a greater Russia. So basically, we got Great Britain, they want to make Ukraine and that. So it's all in one.
Yeah. Just look what he's saying about disagreements. They came to, like, they had disagreements, do you know what I mean? But it ended up collapsing, you know, and from then, everything's just...
But this time, backed by leaders of Russia, Ukraine, France, and Germany. This agreement did help to stop large-scale battles, but essentially gave rebels political control of the regions, which has caused tension in the area for the past 8 years.
Wow.
The main response to Russia's actions at this point are sanctions from several countries. If you're not familiar with what a sanction is a penalty imposed by one country against another, often in order to stop it from acting aggressively or breaking international law. Sanctions are often designed to hurt a country's economy or the finances of individual citizens, such as leading politicians. They are among the toughest measures nations can use short of going to war.
Yeah, and lad, they've done lots now, lad.
The US sort of spoke about the sanction, innit?
UK's already done it as well.
Yeah.
You get me?
So, a lot of places are trying to get involved in...
To try and stop it.
Yeah, because, do you know what, guys?
Why can't everyone just get along?
Can you really, you know, take away humans' lives just over, you know, your ego, over money, over things like that? Do you know what I mean? Can you really sleep at night? It looks like these people can't.
Yeah, they can't.
Several countries that have already imposed sanctions on Russia. The UK has announced a series of sanctions against Russia, including the freezing of assets of 5 banks along with 3 Russian billionaires. The European Union is sanctioning 27 Russian individuals and organizations, including banks, which include cutting off the ability to access funds from EU banks and banning trade between EU and the 2 rebel-held regions. The United States has sanctioned 5 key Russian elites and added restrictions on U.S. deals involving Russia's national debt. The White House is prepared to impose wider sanctions should Russia further invade Ukraine. And Germany has halted certification of the Nord Stream 2 gas pipeline, which is a 750-mile pipeline that connects Russia to Germany and could deliver 55 billion cubic meters of gas per year, worth about $15 billion to the Russia state-owned company Gazprom.
Yeah, they stopped it. I heard about that as well.
See how mad is it, you know, like, a lot of big countries and everything, we're all linked somehow, whether Germany's giving gas to this country, no matter how big the country is, because all different countries got so many different things, like whether Germany's got a lot of gas, Russia hasn't, you know, whether Russia's got so many, you know, other things, and Germany hasn't. So basically, he gives the gas, he'll supply something else. It's all connected, you know what I mean? That's how everyone...
It's basically you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
But that's how everyone works, you know, the way it works like that, you know, everyone's giving something to a different country, and they're giving something back as well. And look at this, lad, Russia's going to remember all this, the way UK, you know, we've stopped this, United America stopped that, but then they're going to remember that. You know,
but they do
when something hits the fan, you know, and you need...
No, but they're doing it, like they said, they're doing it to stop everything, what's going on. That's why they're only doing it, otherwise they would have done it, because they said they've been acting aggressively for international law and they broke the law, so they got to do that, so it hurts them, innit?
Yeah, true.
On, as there are many more countries still announcing sanctions. So what's the plan moving forward? It seems that the main objective is to use diplomacy to de-escalate the situation in Ukraine. White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki said the door to diplomacy still remains open with Russia. In addition, the Ukrainian Foreign Minister Dmytro Kuleba said his nation has 2 plans. Plan A is to utilize every tool of diplomacy to deter Russia and prevent further escalation, and if that fails, he says that his country will, quote, fight for every inch of our land in every city and every village to fight until we win, of course.
Ukraine, innit?
Yeah, they're doing B, innit?
Did you find this video helpful about the Ukraine-Russia conflict?
This was great.
Please like this video and subscribe to Illustrate to Educate to support more simple and objective videos on topics that matter. And if you haven't seen part 1 of the Ukraine-Russia conflict, be sure to check it out to the right.
Wow.
Make sure you can subscribe to that channel as well.
We'll leave the link down below in the description for this original video. Make sure you check it out, support Illustrate to Educate. Hey, this was great. This was a great video put together. I really learned a lot that I didn't know about, do you know what I mean? like I saw little bits and bobs what's been happening on the news, but he really explained it well, you know, and it's sad to see things like this happening.
It is.
You know, all these countries, all these, you know, like big leaders can come together, sit down and work things out. You know, we don't need to be, there's so much, you know, like there's enough things for all of us to have, like whether it's money and everything, we can all share. There's enough to share around. Do you know what I mean? We have to put our egos aside. We have to put our, you know, things like this aside and be like, do you know what? I'm with the people. I'm about the people. You know, if I do this, innocent people are gonna, you know, get hurt. And these people who don't even understand and not even a part of this, gonna have to get involved.
That's it, everyone's getting involved.
Without being involved, do you know what I mean? It's crazy, lad.
It's mad out there.
Yeah. I hope Russia and Ukraine sort this out.
Yeah, so we just want peace. Everyone wants peace.
I wish Ukraine all the best. And it's sad to see things like this happen over and over again.
It is.
You know.
It's shocking.
We hope you enjoy your skies. Until next time, we see you.